I'm back with a new video, and yes, of course, this time with a new topic, that is linear equations in one variable. So in this video, we are going to learn what are linear equations, followed by the next videos of this series of linear equations in one variable. Please watch the entire video so that you will not miss any concept, and please like, share and subscribe the video if you like. Let's start with the topic linear equations in one variable. Before getting into this particular word equation, you must have heard about one word which is called as expression, and I believe that you know what is expression. If you don't know, let's have a quick recap of expressions in a simple way. When we were kids, okay, I always start my story when we were the kids क्योंकि हम लोग का सब कुछ वहीं से शुरू होता है, ठीक है. So when we were kids, क्या होता था, पेरेंट्स हमें क्वेश्चंस देते थे, समथिंग लाइक पेरेंट्स और टीचर्स, ओके सॉल्व 3 + 7. We used to give the answer. They give us the question, okay, what is 9 - 5? Yes, we give the answer. They used to give the question, what is 5 + 5? We give the answer. Why we are discussing all this right now? See, these questions which we got from our parents and our teachers when we were kids, when we have grown up, these statements only we gave a name which is known as expression. So very simple, no? क्या होता है expression? Expression is what? When we write a statement which involves minimum two numbers and a mathematical operator is known as what? Expression. It's very simple, no? A statement which involves minimum two numbers and a mathematical operation. It can be addition also, it can be subtraction also, it can be multiplication also, it can be division also. So this is what? This is expression. Now, when these two expression, I wrote one expression 3 + 7 and I wrote one more expression 5 + 5, right? If I equate these two expressions, it frames what? It frames a equation. So what is the equation? Simply what we can say? We can say when we equate two expressions, it frames a equation. Or in a simple language, very easy, equation. From equation we can derive one word, equal. Yes, so you can say a statement containing the equal sign is known as equation. If you can see the equal sign over there, yes, it is called an equation. If you have equal sign, means there will be two sides. This side is known as LHS. LHS stands for left hand side of the equation. This side, as you can see that this is on our right hand, so this is known as what? RHS, right hand side of the equation. So our equation is what? Our equation contains two expressions with the equal sign. This is generally what a equation, what a expression. Now let's move to the algebraic equations and algebraic expressions. What are they? For algebraic expression, as we have already used these first two expressions which I write, so I am leaving this. Let's move to the second expression as example. Algebraic expression is when you write these expressions in a form of variables. Variables means, let me tell you, if I have written this expression, okay, if I want to use one statement for this expression, what can I use? I can write difference of 9 and 5. Yes, this particular expression, if I want to write in a statement, I will write difference of 9 and 5. Yes, this would be the statement for this expression. Now, as I said, when we convert the statements in the form of variables, we form an algebraic expression. So, I am just removing this 9 from here, and in place of this 9, I am going to write difference of a number and 5. Okay, now as we don't know which number it is, it could be 9 also, it could be 8 also, it could be 5 also, 6 also, any number. ठीक है, हमें नहीं पता ये number कौन सा, तो हम क्या करेंगे? We have already learned the concept of variables and constants if you remember. Variables क्या होते हैं? Suppose very good example of a variable. आप किचन में गए मम्मी के पास, राइट? मम्मी ने क्या किया? मम्मी ने कंटेनर में कुकीज रखे हुए, राइट? अभी क्या हुआ? नेक्स्ट टाइम जब आप किचन में गए तो आपने देखा उस सेम कंटेनर में कुकीज नहीं है. दिस टाइम यू गेट स्वीट्स इन दैट कंटेनर. तो क्या हुआ? वो कंटेनर क्या है? उस कंटेनर में हम कुछ भी सामान स्टोर कर सकते हैं. तो जब हम किसी भी चीज में कोई चीज स्टोर करते हैं तो वो क्या होता है? हमारा वेरिएबल. मीन्स उसकी वैल्यू क्या कर रही है? उसकी वैल्यू हर बार वेरी कर रही है. कभी हम उसमें स्वीट्स स्टोर कर रहे हैं, कभी हम उसमें कुकीज स्टोर कर रहे हैं. तो वेरिएबल्स क्या करते हैं? जिसमें हम डिफरेंट डिफरेंट वैल्यूज स्टोर करते हैं और वो वैल्यूज क्या करती हैं? वो वैल्यूज वेरी कर सकती हैं. एवरी टाइम वी कैन चेंज द वैल्यूज. तो उसे क्या बोलते हैं? वेरिएबल्स. एंड इन मैथ्स वी represent the variables by alphabets. You can take A also, you can take B, X, Y, different alphabets you can see for the variables. Okay, so as we don't know what is the number, so in place of this number I am taking one variable X, and as the operation is different, so I am going to put subtraction symbol over here, X minus 5, because difference of a number and 5. So a number and 5 is what? X minus 5. Now if you see, it contains the variable, right? So when you convert your statements or your phrases into variables, this is known as simple what? It is called expression. And which kind of expression? It is called algebraic expression. Which expression? It is called algebraic expression. I hope now what are algebraic expressions are clear to you. See, if you see this, don't be confused, because these both are the expression. X minus 5 is also expression and 9 minus 5 is also expression. But 9 minus 5 is known as numerical expression. Why? Because it contains the numbers, right? And X minus 5 is known as algebraic expression as it contains the variable. So this is the difference between algebraic expression and numerical expression. But both are expression. Don't be confused. Now let's come to the next part, equation. See, now let's have a twist in this expression. Okay, now I wrote the statement difference of 9 and 5. I am adding few words over here. Difference of 9 and 5 equals to 4. Few words I have added in this statement, right? Now let's break this in two parts. This part we all know. Difference of 9 and 5, as we have written, X minus 5, or we have written difference of a number and 5, X minus 5. Okay, now difference of a number and 5 equals to 4. So for difference of a number and 5 we wrote X minus 5 already. पता है हमें X minus 5 अभी लिखा था. Now next part, very interesting. When we add this part in this statement, it becomes something like equals to को हम maths में क्या लिखेंगे? We use symbol equal to. ठीक है, अब क्या है? Equals to 4. So X minus 5 equals to 4. Now if you see this line is not an expression anymore. It becomes equation. Why equation? Because you see it contains this equal to sign. So when you find a equal to sign in an expression, it becomes what? It becomes your equation. So this is what? This is a equation. So now the word for our topic equation is clear to you or not? Yes, clear. Very good. Next, if you see in one variable. Now, if you see in this equation, we have used one variable. I told you the concept of variable which can store the values, and it is represented by alphabets, right? So if you see here, we have X, right? So X is what? Only one variable we have used in this equation. That's why we call it equation in one variable. Now quickly let's see the parts of equation. See, this is an equation which contains two expressions with the equal to sign, right? Now if you see here, we have this X. X is what? We know it is a variable of which we are going to find the value. We are going to find the value of this variable, okay? These 5 and 4 are what? These 5 and 4 are the constant. Why constant? Because we know constants values are fixed. Okay, so this 5 and 4 value cannot be changed. It would be 5 and 4 only. तो ये क्या होता है हमारे constant जिनकी value fix हो. Variables जिनकी values क्या हो? Vary करे. This we know this is what? This is equal to sign. So equal to. Last if we see over here, this minus, this is what? This is the operator. Okay, operator, mathematical operators, it could be any, plus, minus, multiply, divide. So these all are what? These are the parts of the equation. And yes, of course, this equal to sign divides your equation into two different sides. One is the, if you see, this is our left hand, this is our right hand. So this is the left hand side, this is the right hand side. It denotes, we will denote it as, this side we are going to denote L, H, S means left hand side, and this side we call R, H, S means right hand side. So these all are what? The parts of the equation. Now we have understood what is the equation. What is the equation in one variable? Means if we have one variable in the equation, we call it equation in one variable. Last thing of our topic is remaining. What is linear? What is this word linear? Linear क्या होता है? चलो जल्दी से समझते हैं. Now linear equation means, see, when we have the equation, okay, for linear word, linear means what? Linear means inner line, right? When you plot this equation on a graph paper, you will get a straight line, okay? This is one thing. And simply, how can you identify whether the equation is a linear equation or not? You see the variable part, okay? Variable here is x, right? Now we know if we don't have any power. If we don't have any power, what is the hidden power? The hidden power is 1. Yes, we know the hidden power is 1. So, simple language we call whenever we have the highest power of a variable as 1 in the equation, we call it a linear equation. And highest power, for that you must have seen one word in your textbooks, degree. Because we call it degree. Degree is what? Degree is the highest power. Right. So whenever we have the degree as one of a equation, we call that equation a linear equation. So here, as you can see, what is the highest power? Highest power is what? Highest power is 1. Right. As the highest power is 1, that's why this equation is a example of a linear equation. But in place, if we get x square minus 5, definitely it is not going to be your linear equation. Why? Because x square means the power is 2. Right? So it would not be your linear equation. Linear equation, it's imperative that you will get the power 1. Okay. So this is all about what is linear equation in one variable. Now quickly let's move to a simple small exercise to see how can we identify the linear equations. So this is the small exercise for you. How can you identify the linear equations? If anything is given to you, तो आपको पता तो होना चाहिए वो linear equation है भी कि नहीं. ये तो कुछ गलत लिख के आ जाओगे एग्जाम में. चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं. First we have 2x plus 3. Okay, before starting, let's recall the concept of linear equation. See, as the name suggests, linear equation मतलब क्या होगा? Equation means there should be a equal sign, right? This is the one thing. Second thing, as it is a linear equation, it should have what? It should have the highest power of the variable as 1. So these two things only we have to check to satisfy the condition of a linear equation. Let's start with question number 1. So as we can see over here, 2x plus 3. इसमें तो सिंपल दिख रहा है, इक्वल्स टू साइन ही नहीं है, तो ये इक्वेशन ही नहीं है. जब इक्वेशन ही नहीं है तो लीनियर इक्वेशन क्या होगी? सो द आंसर इज नो, it's not a linear equation. Right? You can specify the reason also. Specify the reason. No equal to sign. You are not going to write this in exam, but to make you understand, I am writing no equal to sign. Okay. Next, we have 2x plus 3 is equal to 5. Okay. Let's check. First condition equals to, yes, it is present. Second condition, if we see the power, the variable over here is x. If we check the power is 1. Yes, so if the power is 1, it is a linear equation because it is satisfying both the conditions of a linear equation. Now let's move to the third one. 9z minus 4 is equal to 14. Yes, as we can see, equal to sign, it is present. Now if we see the variable over here is what? Z. If we see the power, there is no power, it means the hidden power is 1. So, it is also a linear equation. Yes. Now, let's move to the next question. 6a upon 2 is equal to 6. If we see equal to sign is present, it means it is an equation. Right. Now, let's see the variable. Variable over here is a. Again, the hidden power is what? 1. So, yes, it is again a linear equation. Last one. Now, let's move to the last one. 3x square plus 7 is equal to 5. Yes, it contains an equal to sign, no problem. But when we move to the next part of linear equation, we have to check with the powers, right? And if we see the power over here, the power is 2. So, no, it is not a linear equation. Why? Because power of x is equal to 2. So, that's why we cannot categorize this in the category of linear equation. So, that's it all about the introduction of linear equation in one variable. I hope now you can easily identify what are the linear equations and whether they are in one variable or not, or whether they are in linear equations or not. So this is all about what are linear equations, in one variable. Now, in the next video, we are going to learn how can we solve linear equations in one variables. So stay tuned for the next video. Till then, bye-bye. Stay safe, stay healthy. Sayonara.